Yeah.
Wow, you look tremendous.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Is there something different about you? Have you lost weight? What's going on here?
I'm going through a bit of a growth spurt, Dave. Yeah. I'm growing, I tell you, in ways I can't even speak about on television.
Well, what's apparent is the seemingly large feet.
Yeah, I think it's the new testosterone cream I'm using. I put a little dab on my wrists in the morning, rub it in, and the next thing you know, I feel like Anthony Quinn.
Yeah.
I touch you, you're pregnant. You will carry my child to term. I'm Anthony Quinn.
All right.
This entire audience is pregnant. I'm Anthony Quinn.
Wow. And in addition to, I notice on the back an appendage that makes no sense.
Well, they're my puny angel wings.
Uh-huh.
You see, this is really something that I put on every once in a while to signify my awkward spiritual journey, you know?
Oh.
Yeah, because I really, honestly, I feel like I have a lot of peace in my soul right now, and I love people, but if you hit me, I'll take your eye out, and I'll feed it to you, you know? I'll feed it right to you.
Sure. Yeah. So it's part of the journey. You have not arrived.
Yeah, I haven't really gotten the forgiveness thing down.
Right.
But I do, honestly, honest to gosh, I do really feel peaceful, and I feel like...
Can you elaborate on this?
Like, it's a feeling like you're in heaven already, you know? Like everywhere you go, there's a little bit of a heaven, you know? And I think it's everywhere. I think it's all around us. You know, it's not just afterlife, but it's here.
That's a very,
you know, this is the gift right here.
I think so.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, just waiting for the end for it to have it happen is like opening a birthday present. And while you're opening the present, you're saying, "What else have you got for me?"
That's right.
You know,
it's wrong.
So it's really here, and you just have to open up your heart and look a little closer.
For example, what are we talking about? Practically
I was just seeing Biff backstage. Biff, can I have you come out here for a second?
Oh, hi, Biff.
Biff Henderson. For example, you know, when you look at Biff, you know, on face value, when you first look at his face, you think to yourself, well, okay, you know, here's a guy who's under a lot of pressure. You know, he might be in a little bit of pain. He might you know, have a little bit of guilt and possibly some moral compromise in there. But now, if you look really, really closely and open your heart.
Sure. Whoa.
You see?
Wow.
You see that? Do you see the love?
Yes.
That's not Biff anymore.
No.
That's a champagne supernova. That's God disguising himself as Biff.
Whoa, that's beautiful.
That's right, yeah.
That's
now look at me.
Yeah, let's see.
You see how it's happened?
Yes.
It's catching on. You see, Biff's perfection has brought out my divine spark.
You look like someone from Up With People years
yes,
ago. Yeah,
absolutely. Now look at Dave.
Let's see. Wait a minute. What happened here?
Wow.
What was that?
I don't know.
It's like a black hole.
I guess it's harder to see in some people.
Yeah, boy.
Well, that's HDTV,
yeah,
too.
sure.
So
That's
wow. But it's there. I know it's there.
Now, Jim, so often when a person exposes him or herself like this to something lovely and spiritual...
Oh, I'm glad you finished that sentence.
Yeah. Others might wonder about your stability. They say, well, maybe he's nuts. Maybe the guy's nuts.
Of course, they have to. They have to think I'm nuts, because if I'm not nuts, that means they're nuts. And then they have to change. And then they have to change. Yeah. And it doesn't matter anyway, because there is no they and there is no I. There's no Jim Carrey. There's no David Letterman.
No.
There's just the space in which funny happens.
Wow.
You don't mind if I relax today,
No,
Dave?
you're right ahead.
These feet are killing me.
Did you bring your
Give me a
own
quick
feet?
massage there?
No, I'm
You any
not
good
going
at
to.
that?
No, thank you. For a second here, Jim, if we can get back to well, certainly not mundane, but more earthly matters.
Okay, sure.
How you have a grandson?
I do.
Oh, that's crazy, isn't it?
It's fantastic.
How do you have a grandson? That's wonderful.
Man. Well, my daughter was born when I was 10.
Uh-huh.
Now, I just had this thing for the teacher. Now,
How old is your grandson?
My grandson is 3 years old.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Isn't that crazy?
Good for you.
It's so wonderful, honest to gosh.
Yeah.
And the most thrilling thing for me is to be able to take him down to the hockey games now.
Oh, because you're from Canada. You love the hockey.
I love the hocky.
When we come back, I want to hear all about you and your grandson.
Do it.
At the hockey
sell some
games.
drugs. Sell some drugs.
We'll be right back. God, stop it. I'm begging you. All right.
That is disgusting.
Jim, we're
Disgusting.
making everybody...
I know, it's so rude, so rude. I thought we were still at commercial.
Listen, so anyway, your 3-year-old.
Yeah.
Now, hockey is exciting, but it's loud, fast-paced. What do you and the boy do at the hockey match?
Well, it's fantastic. You know, I'm teaching him all the jargon and stuff like that, of course. You know, he doesn't know anything about it, so, you know, he catches on to stuff really fast, though. The first time I ever said, you know, oh, that guy's going to get body checked. Oh, there's a body check. Then for like 100 times a game, he goes like, that guy's going to get body checked. Yes, he is. He is going to get body checked. He's going to get body checked. Yep, I bet that's going to occur. He's going to get body checked. And so it's a real easy thing with us, you know? And the funny thing is, it's hilarious to watch the sugar factor kick in, too, because at games, you know, we'll have all the treats and stuff like that. And I wait till the end of the second period, because then we can stay into the game, you know? But then I let him have ice cream and cookies and whatever at the end of the second period. And from then on, he's like a zombie. He's like he's staring at the ice still, but the puck has turned into a chocolate chip cookie, you know, or something like. He's like, yeah, like this, and he keeps going, you're gonna get some ice cream? We're gonna get some ice cream, aren't we? Let's get some ice cream. I go, somebody's gonna get body checked. He goes, screw that, let's get ice cream. I don't know where he learned that kind of language.
Fun.
Yes.
I pray to God your grandson is nothing like your impression of your grandson.
No, he's much more articulate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know this is a silly question, but of course the answer is yes, you have hobbies. Everybody has other interests.
Yeah.
Like what example?
Oh, well, one thing that became a fad, you know, it became a big rage, and they call it photobombing.
I know what this is.
Right, where someone, you know, people jump into the back of your photo and make a face or whatever and kind of take the focus, steal the focus of the photo.
And the idea is they don't know, maybe, until they get a look at...
They get there, yeah, they go down to the Fuji, you know, development center.
The Fuji Development Center, where
and they get their prints back.
You take your film.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait several days.
Wait, hold on. I went back in time.
The Fuji Development Center.
Didn't it make you feel good, though?
Yeah,
like you were at home?
I wish there was a Fuji Development Center.
Just hands on something.
I know, exactly.
Never come out of my house anymore. But yeah, so they get in the background and they ruin the photo kind of thing. And so
you do that.
I've been doing this forever.
Well, that must be a real
This
thrill.
is part of my fad. It's just like I did it forever since the beginning. I've been
People
doing
must love it, right?
They do.
We have some examples?
Yeah. I got one. I brought some photos here. The first is a really rare one. That's me. I'm like 4 months old, and there's so much focus on the center of that photo that
I've never noticed.
So much controversy around it that you might not notice.
I've never noticed that before. We've seen that photograph millions of times. I've never noticed.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
That you could
it's like forest for the trees kind of thing.
It's incredible.
That was you.
That was me.
What were you doing there in Dallas?
In Dallas?
Yeah, with Jack
I
Ruby.
don't know. I don't know what the event was, but I heard they were taking a picture, and I jumped in.
All right, let's see. We might have another one here.
Next one, that's a pretty famous photo. If you look down to the right,
Sonny Liston there.
You'll see.
Anchor punch.
Another one that people have never noticed.
Yeah,
before.
You're in the neutral corner. What are you doing there, Jim, for God's sakes?
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow, these are big photos. I thought it would just be like people on vacation, but no.
No, I get into some famous photos.
Yes,
it's amazing.
you do.
It's amazing. And here's one of my favorites. This next one is one of my favorites. I mean, they did not expect it.
No.
They did not expect it.
Now this one makes a little more sense.
I guess you could tell what I thought. Huh?
Yeah. I mean, you were living in Los Angeles at the time, so this one was fine.
I was part of that. Yeah. Absolutely. And this new one, which is incredible that I got this, and I rushed here right afterwards. Check this out.
You didn't take it to the Fuji Photo Center. There you are.
That's right. Isn't that incredible?
Wow.
It is no mean feat getting into the Vatican on this day, I'll tell you that much.
Exactly right.
And I barely made it here. I was just like, I went into the cockpit and I said, floor it!
Yeah.
You know? I got to do David.
Went into the cockpit.
And then we all went, whoa!
Yeah, that's right. We'll be right back with Jim Carrey, everybody. Stop that. No, Jim. Jim. Oh, Lord. Woo.
Yeah.
Do you
Slick.
well
groomed.
Yeah, you used to work in Las Vegas, and this is where the film takes place.
Yeah.
But you did your stand-up act in Las Vegas, and worked with Rodney Dangerfield.
Rodney Dangerfield, what a man. Loved
Tremendous.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Very funny.
God bless Rodney Dangerfield, you know? He is one of the first guys who took a chance on my talent, and he took me all over the place. But we played in Vegas together a lot, and I was like a freak. You know, people didn't understand me in Vegas. Rodney would stand backstage with his bathrobe on, and, you know, he was kind of famous for, you know, having that bathroom robe a little bit cracked open, you know?
Oh.
It was like looking at a grandfather clock. It's kind of crazy. He was famous
Really?
for it. He didn't care.
No.
He had no care in the world.
That was fine.
And he would be laughing backstage. I'd come off stage and he'd say, "They were looking at you like you're from a friggin' other planet, man." And then we'd hang out backstage, and my dad was there with me a lot. And Rodney loved my dad because my dad was hilarious. One of the funniest men on earth. You know, Rodney would come up to him and say, "Sorry, Percy, I want to smoke some pot. You mind? You know, it keeps me chilled out, man. You know what I mean? It keeps me creative." Like that. And you want some, Percy? And he offered my dad a joint. And my dad really quickly said, "Oh, no. If I have one of those, I'll be up to 2 packs a day in no time."
Pretty quick.
Yeah.
Pretty quick, Dad.
And Rodney was like, "Who is this guy?" I used to call him at Christmas and on his birthday and stuff. He loved him.
You wrote a song and did a music video.
Yeah, I got a song coming out in a couple of weeks.
Really? Now that's like the feet, right?
Yeah, it's the growth. It's the growth.
No,
Every
but I
kind
mean,
of growth.
this is
Every kind
real-
of growth. I got skin flaps. It's crazy. But also creatively. Yeah, I did this. I wrote a song. It's called Cold Dead Hand. I got together with the Eels to record it, and it's coming out on iTunes in 2 weeks. And we're going to do a featured video. We've done a featured video on Funny or Die.
Wow.
And
fantastic.
Yeah, it's really fun. And Charlton Heston makes a cameo appearance in it.
He doesn't.
Yeah, well, okay. It's an impression of Charlton Heston. but if he was alive to see it, he would put a price on my head and form a posse. Well, that's
There
the
we are.
band. Yeah, it's Lonesome Earl and the Clutterbusters.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Very nice. Let's show folks a clip from the incredible Burt Wonderstone. A delightful movie. Steve Carell was here. Very funny, and you're tremendous in the movie.
Thank you.
You show up every few minutes, and each appearance better than the previous appearance.
Oh,
It
thanks.
gets
Thanks.
funnier and stranger as the movie
Yes, it
unfolds.
does. It's pretty
What
weird
is
stuff.
What is this going to be here, Jim?
Well, I think it's pretty much self-explanatory, and so I'm going to let it explain itself.
All right, let's take a look. The incredible Burt Wonderstone explaining itself. That's right. That's what you get. Sure. Jim Carrey, the incredible Burt Wonderstone. Now you take your feet and get out of here.
Keep on trucking.
Jim Carrey, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back with Richard Thompson. Good to see you. Nice job, Jim.